Hello and welcome. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Rennell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, a car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch Firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right, and here we are for the MMA Report. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. With me, as always, from Crown Sports and Entertainment. All he does is train, teach class, beat that ass, and then pound it vigorously into the ground afterwards.
Oh man, we got some bicep peaks there.
Yeah, the marauder himself, Tyler King. Tyler, so great to see you.
It is great to be seen, Steve.
Yes, it is. We have a lot to get into, and
Ooh.
it was very interesting the way UFC structured or scheduled their pay-per-view or show card to have back-to-back weekends of shows. The first question I had, do you think this was to kind of, break in Paramount Plus for them, or was it always planned this way, do you think?
I think the UFC does have a track record of when they're doing something new, be it when they're on Fox or when they transition to ESPN. They usually do try to make a big splash with like a big fight card with a big fight, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time they've had two numbered events so close together. But I'm not 100% sure. I think part of what may have played into that was the fact that it's hard to schedule shows on the other side of the world, say
Right.
Australia,
Yeah.
China, except bro, I'm pretty sure it was like if it was live, bro, it was like they were like
Well, it was live, I'm pretty sure, because it started
yeah,
at 5:00.
did it start at 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Did it really? Or they
Yeah.
do a because I watched it at normal time. I started watching at 9. I was oh what did I have to do? Oh yeah, I was working an event I was working a
Oh,
security gig. Bro, like I was in New Jersey most of the day actually, and
so
then I
you're
came back.
saying 9 o'clock at night you saw the main card?
Yeah, I
Oh,
watched it. Like it
oh,
was
okay.
so like I wasn't really paying attention. I purposely didn't look at social media, but then like I just went and checked the Paramount schedule and said UFC 325 at 9 o'clock. So I after I touched down, I went and got dinner. Then I actually walked to the pub and then walked down the street to the gym, let myself in, and sat on the couch in
Oh,
the lobby of the gym by myself and watched the UFC.
oh, all right. Well, maybe maybe it was live. I'm
No,
trying. I
I don't know. Like
don't know what the
they
time difference is.
Paramount may have just played it, like replayed it normal time. I
They
don't
could have,
know.
yeah. Yeah.
Did you
They could have.
watch it? Did you
I,
watch
no,
it live?
I didn't watch it live. No, no.
Okay.
I watched a couple of the fights on YouTube. I did not watch the
Okay.
whole thing. Um, so in the prelims, was there anything here that you saw that you liked that you wanted to cover?
That I liked. I wouldn't say I liked it, but
Well, anyone that you would cover that you know of that
I mean, Junior Tafa contributed to its awful
yes,
effing record
yes, yes,
by
yeah.
getting
The
submitted
second
by for
round submission.
the my friend, shout out Jorgen de Castro.
Six and
Um,
five. Oh,
dude, how are you in the UFC at 6-5? Want to know why? Because you're Australian. They need a heavyweight put on the
yeah,
Australian cards,
yeah.
dude.
Well, it's
So
crazy because everyone else on has like a great record,
oh
because they
yeah,
build them all up. I mean, a couple guys don't, but most of them have great records, and he's
I
six
mean,
and five.
dude. So like, I'm gonna tell you my Junior Top story. I at the time,
Oh,
so like I was training with my friend Jorgen de Castro. He's from Port. He's from he's Port. He speaks Portuguese, but he's from I'm trying to remember the name of the island off the coast of Portugal. He's from an island off the coast of Portugal. Moved to Fall River, and like we were training together. He trained at Regiment Training Center, Fall River, Mass. I go down every Saturday, do a little jitsu with
oh,
him and spar with him.
Fall River, Mass. Wow.
So anyway, he got a shot in Contender Series, and he won his fight on Contender Series. It was like great. He actually performed really well. First round TKO. So in his first UFC fight, they bring him to the second biggest indoor show in the history. Actually, no, it was the biggest indoor show in the history of the UFC in Brisbane, Australia. He fought Junior Tafa, and they bring him in to lose because he's fresh off Contender Series. They're like, hey, so he went from Contender Series, find the main card of a UFC pay per view against
That's
against Junior Tafa or whichever Tafa that fought on this card,
that's
and
ridiculous.
Jorgen knocked him dead. Uh, they kind of went at it, and then Tafa rushed him. Jorgen just step back, plant, boom, straight right, and Junior Tafa probably
He
doesn't
was
remember anything from
sweet
like 2 weeks.
dreams.
Dude, dead body. That was that. Then Jorgen's star took off, obviously. Um, now he's a big star in BKFC.
So to be fair, it's not really fair to this guy. He had one fight on the Contender Series, and they put him on a pay per view.
Yeah, and they knocked the other guy out. One punch. He one punch Johnson Tafa. So that's just what I'm reiterating. Jorgen's
Oh,
really
oh,
good. Jorgen's really good, but Justin Tafa sucks. They thought at that point he was like 3-0. Justin Tafel was, then Jorgen just knocked him dead. And since then, he's never been the same.
yeah,
Actually,
okay.
maybe he actually always has been the same. So I never thought he was really good.
Light heavyweight, he submitted in the second round. Do you know anything about this Billy a Lacana?
Electronic died. Like, well, first of all, good job, you're tough for moving down to light heavyweight because you're just a fat dude that can't take a punch anymore. But you lost all that weight, just get knocked out, just get submitted. So, hey,
Wait,
maybe work on your jiu-jitsu.
he was a heavyweight,
He was a heavyweight, yes.
and he dropped down the light heavyweight, and he still got knocked out.
No, he didn't get knocked
Oh,
out. He got submitted.
or he
He got
got
submitted.
submitted.
He got
Oh
submitted, but
God, I feel bad. I feel bad for him now.
I don't. I
Oh
don't,
my
dude.
God,
Dude,
that's
dude,
hilarious.
he's an affirmative action hire. He's a
He's an
Australian.
affirmative action hire.
He's a
This is Australian.
no, he's Australian Aborigines. So he's basically an Australian.
Oh,
He's a na- he's one.
native.
he- He's an Australian native, and he's got the traditional leg tattoos and everything. But he sucks at mixed martial arts.
Well, because when you look at the prelims,
Yeah,
the the three other fights were Australians, and they
yeah, of
all
course. Well,
won.
the thing is, with these cards, you know, the UFC is obviously a worldwide company, but when they
Yes,
have shows far away, like Australia, China,
right. They
Japan,
feature,
they usually feature the fighters from that region.
and I heard on a podcast that
Yes.
guys who fight on the early prelims and even
Yeah.
the prelims sometimes are not under contract. Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay, that's not true. Okay.
What podcast said that?
It was the Wrestling Observer podcast I listened to.
Well, guess what?
They
They don't
covered
know what the heck.
MMA.
Yeah, well, stick to
Well, they had
wrestling,
an
guys.
MMA guy. They had an MMA guy on, and he
Who?
was saying, I can't remember the guy's name.
Well, find out who it
I'll
is
check
for
right
me
now.
because
He
he's talking out of his
said
ass.
he said guys that fight on the early prelims often do not have contracts.
That's not true.
So
That's
that is not
100%.
true.
No, it's not true. Every single fighter that fights
Wow.
in the UFC is under contract with the UFC. I don't know who this jackass is. And, buddy, like if you're listening, if you can catch one of this, you don't know what you're talking about, you're a jackass. Everyone that fights in the UFC is under contract with the UFC.
Well,
Jackass.
I don't think he meant to. I don't think he meant it on purpose. You're calling him a jackass?
It's a jackass statement. I don't care. I don't need to see it.
It's
Everyone
a
that fight,
stupid statement. Yes,
everyone,
very stupid fight.
everyone that fights in the UFC is under contract with the UFC. Be it a 1-fight contract, be it a 5-fight contract. They're under. You have to sign
Okay.
a contract to fight, jackass.
Here it is. It's Paul Fontaine.
Who the fuck? I feel like I might know who that is. Like I feel like we might have come across each other. Paul
Okay.
Fontaine. You're a jackass. You don't know what you're talking about. Every single fighter that fights in the UFC is under contract with the UFC. Know who else is under contract with the UFC? Contender Series fighters. If you fight on the Contender Series, you have to sign a contract. You're still under contract with what's the company's name?
TKO.
You're under contract with TKO. You're under contract if you fight on Contender Series or the UFC. You're under contract with TKO. Paul Fontaine, you don't know what you're talking about, jackass.
All right. So the other complaint about this show in general, was UFC is planning to obviously load up the July card at the White House.
Always do. The thing is, they always load the July card.
Yes, they do. That's one of their top shows. Yes.
With it being at the White House, there being so much hype behind that show, they're gonna like super load this show.
Right. So your boy Paul Fontaine was saying that UFC is purposely not going to be having good cards going forward because they want their best guys fresh for this July show. Do you
So,
believe that to be true?
I mean, there probably will be some guys that are popular that'll be unavailable because they're going to
Okay.
be on the White House card. They're 100% going to stack the White House card. But
Yeah.
Paul, I mean, you're just talking out of your ass because, like, one of the most stacked shows in UFC history was UFC 100. And it was like Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir and George St. Pierre. And there's another title fight on it, I believe. Can't remember who. Oh, Frank Mir versus no, it was Frank Mir, Brock Lesnar,
No.
GSP versus Thiago Alves, and there's one other really big fight.
That
So it
was
was
that
like,
the one Brock Lesnar lost?
no, that was the one Brock Lesnar broke Frank Mir's face, then
Oh,
like screamed
okay.
in his face after. Then said,
Okay.
I'm gonna go beg. Then basically said, I'm gonna go drink some beers and beg my wife.
Oh yes, that's right. He says he's gonna
Yeah.
drink Bud Light and bang his
No,
wife.
he said he's gonna drink on Coors Light because Bud Light
Coors
won't
Light.
pay me nothing. Then I might
Right.
get, then I'm gonna go have some, have dinner with my friends and family. I might even get on top of my wife tonight.
That's
See you
right.
later. So
That's
like
that's
that was one
Brock.
of the most that was one of the most loaded shows in the history of the UFC. And the shows leading up to it weren't lacking star power. So here's the thing. They will really stack this show, but they they won't put out a subpar product just because they're loading up a card. Like they'll strategically place fighters on that card. And yeah, maybe like one or two shows before might be a little lacking, but Mr. Fontaine, you are talking
You're just
out
gonna
of
do
your you're
something.
talking
Okay.
out of your lower orifice, and
Yes.
you are and stick to pro wrestling, Paul. Stick to pro wrestling. Because I don't know who's calling you an MMA guy. Because every single guy I know named Fontaine, other than my boy Leo, um, doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about as far as MMA and pulled bad deals in the MMA world. So, dude, if you have a problem with what I'm saying, come talk to me.
I'm sure he will. Um, Anything else on the other card, undercard? Jacob Malkoon defeated Torres Finney, who was 11-1. He was undefeated going in.
Yeah,
Jacob
well,
nine and
Torres,
three, middleweight.
listen, guy. So I'm looking on the Wikipedia page. Torres Finney has no link attached to his name. So that means he was not signed to the UFC, which means
Oh,
He fought Jacob, who was signed to
without
the
a
UFC.
contract.
So he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that, hey,
So,
fight
so,
like looks like Tarzan outside the UFC, fights like Jane inside the UFC.
so are you saying that he fought without a contract then?
No, he signed. Of course, he had to sign a contract before
Oh,
he
but
fought.
so it's
It was
just
his
a one
first,
fight
was
contract.
or might have been a 3 fight contract. Most likely, might have been a five
Okay.
fight contract. But it was
Oh,
his first
okay.
fight in the UFC.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense then.
Yeah,
And then, the other one was Cam Rouston, who was 14-3. He got the knockout TKO against Cody Brundage,
yeah, exactly.
11-8-1.
Cody's had a pretty good run in the UFC, but he's 11-8 now. I
Yeah,
think part of the issue is he's I think he might be getting near the end. Either
yeah,
way,
yeah.
it's pretty indicative of what the UFC style is. When they bring new guys in, they feed the old lions to the young, hungry lions.
They do.
It's what the UFC does, and it's what they'll continue to do. Sometimes the old lion comes through. In Cody's case, it's time to be put out the pasture, sir.
All right. So the main card, again, it got poor reviews. I thought, I agreed with Fontaine that it did kind of feel more like a fight night than a pay-per-view. That was his assessment. and it kind of did
Oh,
feel
really? Oh, really? Oh, really, Mr. Fontaine? Let's go through these fights. Okay. Colin
okay.
Scott versus Jamie Malarkey. Submission. First of all, whoever taps to
Yeah,
a neck crank, if you tap to a neck crank, you are weak and pathetic. Sorry. Oh, my neck hurts. Unless you're going to be separated from your consciousness,
if you tap
you
to a
go.
neck crank.
Okay. People that tap strikes or tap the neck cranks are pussies, in my opinion. Actually, no. It's
Okay.
just it's the law of the jungle. You fight until death. And
You
if
go
you
out on your shield.
exactly. Oh, my neck hurts. I'm gonna tap. What's it gonna break your neck? Listen, if you break your neck, you'll get like you'll get a giant fucking
Yeah,
settlement.
you get a nice settlement out of it. So you
Exactly.
should've just let him break
So,
his neck.
hey, you're a pussy. Okay, but no, I'm just gonna I want to talk to our boy Fontaine here. Okay, what was the next fight? Kai
Well,
Tuivasa.
well,
No, 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 no. no.
Quillian's 11
Let
and
me.
1.
Exactly. So
So
great
that's good.
prospects. Great opening fight in the main card. Second
Okay.
fight. Talented Teixeira. Talented Teixeira. Next big thing in the heavyweight division versus
I like
versus
Teixeira.
versus
Yes.
all-time fan favorite Tai
Ty,
Tuivasa.
yes.
Exactly. Great fight. Next fight. Top guys in
Well,
the
it
lightweight.
was a unanimous decision. You thought it was a great fight.
I thought. Listen, I was surprised Towson didn't finish, but well, listen, we'll get into it.
I thought he was going to
Hey,
finish
hey.
it.
Okay,
All right.
whatever. You talk about star power. Here's star power. Next fight. Top 10 lightweights. Fuvi versus Kazev. Top 10 lightweights. Co-main event. Benoit Saint Denis. Top 5 lightweights versus all-time Australian fighter Dan Hooker.
I
Then
know.
the main event, you had the Bexy Bullet from hell, Diego Lopes versus all-time G featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski. Yeah, that sounds like a fight night. That sounds really like a fight night. Shut up, jackass.
So, so uh, you think it was a good card? You think it
Yeah,
was,
that was a good card. I
you were
was fine with it.
you were happy with it? You were satisfied with it?
Especially they what they always do with the Australian cards. The only thing I would have liked to have seen is maybe put he probably doesn't want to fight right now, but maybe Stylebender should have been on the card. That would have really made the card. But hey, I'm fine with like what they put out.
So, I mean, Volkanovski has been on a tear. I mean, he's beaten Diego Lopez twice,
Yep.
both by decision. He lost to arguably one of the best fighters in UFC, to
Ever.
Poirier. Right.
He
He
lost
lost
to
to
Poirier. Islam.
Islam.
Yeah.
And he lost to Yoel Rodriguez. I remember watching that. It was an awful fight.
I don't remember that fight.
It was awful. It was a bad fight.
Okay.
I remember watching. It was a bad fight.
All right.
But he's been in championship matches his last 5 fights. He's 3-2. This was his second defense of the belt. People were questioning giving Diego Lopez a rematch
Are you
because
kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, don't. Diego Lopez is one of the best featherweights in the world, and like,
I know, and he's younger.
who,
Yeah.
and who did he finish? He finished someone really good in his last fight too. He deserved a title shot. I forget who he fought in his last fight, but I remember watching it and being like, Diego's back. I remember watching his
He
last.
fought Silva.
Exactly. So he beat Silva. And like I remember
yeah.
watching he finished. I remember watching that fight and being like, "Oh man, Diego's back."
Okay. All right. So that's why you believe that he deserved it.
Dude, he beat John Silva. John Silva's like one of the
I know. I like John Silva.
John Silva's one of the hottest fighters out there right now. And I remember watching that fight, and Diego dog walked him. He dog walked him. And you want to chirp about, oh, he didn't deserve a title shot? The winner of that fight was getting the title shot. That was the number one contender fight. So
no, I get that. They said that Volkanovski won the first fight
yeah,
unanimous decision very convincingly, and they didn't think that giving him a rematch was best. But I don't know who else you would go with in the.
Dude, he was ranked. Diego was ranked number 2, right? Who else you gonna go with, sir? Who else you gonna go with, son?
No, I know the featherweight division. I get it. I get it. That's why I'm asking. Um, who else do you?
That's what I'm telling. Just because some fans are getting their panties in a bunch, and Paul doesn't know shit about
Well,
MMA.
you're all fired up about
Fontaine,
Paul Fontaine because of his opinions.
dude, stick to wrestling.
He's not a wrestling guy. He's an MMA guy. He just happened to join the podcast
Nah,
for.
actually, he's a wrestling guy that tries to be an MMA guy, just talking out of his ass.
Oh,
Come
okay.
on.
He's a wrestling guy that talks MMA. All right. So, what did you think about the two knockouts and legitimately? Let's see, 45 seconds combined between them. When Benoit St. Denis knocked out Dan Hooker and Rufy knocked out Raphael.
All right. Since we're going backwards today, I guess I'll
Well,
start
you
with
started with the top, so yeah.
no, I went through the fights to illustrate how much of a jackass Fontaine
Yeah,
is.
right. Well, you okay. You wanted to prove he was a jackass.
All right.
But
So we're
I
gonna
mean,
back. So
both fights
guess
were
what? Guess what? Daddy's gonna take control as he always does, and we're gonna start over again. So
okay.
now, Quillian Tallard versus Jamie Malarkey. Again, local guys. It's a
Yep.
prospect fight. They're jerking the curtain, okay? So it's a pretty good fight. And listen, what Noah Quilla did? Quilla went and showed that Mr. Malarkey doesn't belong on a UFC main card because he made him tap to a neck crank. So we're done
That
with that
really
fight.
bothered you. The neck crank bothered you.
Listen, bro, I don't care if your head's like looking behind you. Unless you're about to go unconscious, you do not tap. What's oh, he's gonna break his neck,
Yeah.
bro. Get your neck broke. Like, stop being a pussy.
Or you can fight your way out of it.
Hey, maybe if he has some jitsu, he could. Anyway,
Okay. All right.
so
Well,
that's enough of that fight. Let's go to the next fight. Let's go to Taliesin
Taliesin,
versus Tai Tuivasa.
I
So,
like him.
so there's a couple things we gotta go over here. Taliesin has been on an absolute tear.
Terror.
He's
Yes.
just been running. He's terrifying. 6'7".
He's
Probably
a beast.
literally the scariest tattoo I've ever seen on anybody's chest, including Brock Lesnar.
I don't know about that, but okay.
He's just a giant of a man.
He is.
He's greatly skilled.
Yeah.
So this was really his, like I talked about this, his gatekeeper fight into the top 10.
Were you surprised though that it went to a decision and he didn't get the
No,
finish?
I absolutely was not.
Oh,
Tai
okay.
Tuivasa has a tire iron or canoe for a head. He's got this giant effing coconut on top of his neck. Listen, now on top of being Aborigines, on top of just being a tough dude, he's got that giant dome piece. He is one hard guy excuse me, to knock out. So I thought Towson kind of would have what it takes to finish him, but it just goes to show the uncharted toughness of Tai Tuivasa. So I think that's more the case. Tai Tuivasa has a freaking canoe boulder for a head, and even the great power of Towson couldn't finish him.
Right. Right.
I mean,
So
I think that I think the only guy to finish high might be that jerk, the Frenchman that might be ending Tom Aspinall's career, freaking Cyril Gahn, the dirty cheater Cyril Gahn. So
yeah,
I think
yeah, you don't
Cyril
like him.
and and I tell you what, Cyril Gahn poked Ty in the eye too. At least Towson did poke Tai Tuivasa in the eye. That dirty dirty, filthy Frenchman poked Tai Tuivasa in the eye, then knocked him out. The eye poke definitely might have contributed to him being knocked out. So,
So where
so
do you
it's
think Taliesin goes from here?
he goes straight the F up. I mean,
Because the heavyweight division isn't really stacked, right?
it's in flux right now
Yes.
with John Jones waiting
Yeah.
and with Tom Aspinall having a jacked up eye because
Yeah.
of that filthy, dirty piece of shit Frenchman.
Yeah, which you're gonna keep calling them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't like the eye poke. You thought it was purposeful and
Or
intentional.
100 billion trillion percent on purpose.
Billion% on purpose. Okay. The next fight again, it was a knockout in the second round. Mauricio Rufy,
Goofy,
13,
yes. Yes.
13-2, and he knocked out Raphael
Zeev. So
Fiziev. Yep.
so unless your name is Max Holloway or Dustin Poirier or a couple other guys fighting um shit. What's his name? Justin Gaethje is hazardous to both your health and your career. Fizie's last fight was versus Gaethje, and I believe it went to a decision. And Fizie's head looked like a coconut covered in tumors after that fight because he took so many big shots from Justin Gaethje. And I'm pretty sure, like, I might be wrong.
He fought another fight after it, which he won, but
Who'd he fight after?
I can't pronounce the guy's name. Bahamadis.
Yeah,
B.
they gave him a safe fight. They gave him a
Oh,
safe fight.
that's what they did. They gave him a safe fight
They gave him a
because he got
safer.
his ass kicked by
They
Gagey.
that not just his ass. I mean,
His
jeez.
face was red. His face was broken. It was going to fall off.
So anyway, you know, Horatio Hoofy is a giant lightweight. Like he's super tall. He's
Yes.
thick.
Yes.
He's got the art of the big weight cut down.
5'11". Yep.
Yeah. So he's problem. He's got major punching power. So unfortunately, in my opinion, Rafael Fizie's compromised chin couldn't stand up to the power of Mauricio Hoofy. That's what we saw. Also,
Well,
Fiziev, Fizie's always been kind of a blood and guts fighter. He doesn't have the
right.
greatest head, doesn't have the greatest head movement, and
Right.
he gets hit. And against Mr. Hoofy, that's not a good idea. Try to take those shots and walk through them to land your own shot. So it is what it is.
So Hoofy's 13-2 now in the lightweight division. Does he move up anywhere special from here?
I mean,
Ranked? Does he get?
oh, he's already ranked. He's already ranked, I
Oh,
believe.
he is already ranked. Okay, I was not aware he was already ranked.
Pretty sure he's ranked already. Let me give me one.
Okay. In the
I don't
in
know.
the in the well, the lightweight division I thought was stacked, so that's why I wasn't sure that
So
he was
I tell
ranked.
you what, know who he fought in, dude. Like, oh yeah, looking at his name, he's got a couple Rush names on here. He beat Honey Torres. He knocked out Bobby King Green with a spinning wheel kick. He lost to Benoit Saint Denis, which, dude, we'll talk about him in a second. And then obviously got TKO'd by Rafael Fiziev. So I mean, I think part of it is, yeah, and Fiziev's just looking at Fiziev's record now.
Right.
He
Right.
has wow. So Rafael Fiziev is now 1-4 in his last 5 fights, taking He lost the decision to Justin. He got TKO'd. It was actually an injury to by it was actually an injury. Yeah, he got injured against Gamrot, who's a beast, and then lost the decision to Gaethje before taking his TKO from Houthi. I mean, unless he's a giant lightweight, he's got punching power, he got knocked out. Like, I mean, I might be
Yeah.
overstating as far as compromised chin, but I think we really have to
Well,
take into account that
something's compromised.
Houfi's just a beast. I think he's got some big things coming up in the lightweight division.
So the semi-main event was Thunder Dan Hooker against Benoit Saint Denis.
All right.
And this was another second round knockout,
Mhm.
and Benoit was victorious,
Yes, he
moving into
was.
17-3,
Yep.
and Mr. Hooker 24-14. What were your thoughts on this? And this one I watched, and Benoit looked just. I mean, it looked like he was completely overmatched, Mr. Hooker.
So one thing you will
And
see
I
in
know
MMA,
you love Hooker. I know you love Hooker. So
I like Hooker, but I think the miles and the losses are just catching up to him.
yeah,
Listen,
he's had a
he
lot of
is
fights.
he is Mr. As far as mixed martial arts, he is Mr. MMA in Australia. He
Yes,
is so beloved by the
yes.
fans just because of his attitude, his mannerisms. Just went from this clean cut model looking guy to like this tattooed demon. I mean, I love him. I freaking love him. But
Tattooed demon.
man, Benoit Saint Denis. This is one of the say a little earlier. I mean, you didn't really mean to cut me off, but Benoit Saint Denis is a SWAT team anti-terrorism guy in France. If you are a special forces,
So he's like a Navy SEAL in France, basically, is what
I
you're
wouldn't say
saying.
he's no, he's like an FBI SWAT guy in France.
So he's like an ICE agent in France.
He's not like an ICE agent. I don't think he deports people. He kills people. And one thing he'll say,
Well,
if you are some sort of special forces guy, you are going to be you're usually a stud in MMA. Case in point, Tim
I mean,
Kennedy,
he
Tim
just looked
Ken,
like
Tim
precision.
Tim Kennedy, um, Mirko Krokop, and now Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit is like he's a beast. I
I
think
agree.
a lot of people like tried to dismiss him and write him off after his loss to Dustin Poirier. And Dustin did.
I
Wow.
remember that.
But that was like also Dustin at the end of his career on that final run before he fought Islam. That
Right.
Dustin was just on a tear. He was
Yeah.
like that was the best we'd ever seen Dustin. And Benoit, that was kind of like I've talked about this many times. One of those gatekeeper fights
Yeah.
where they're like, okay, this Benoit guy is really promising. Let's give him let's
see.
match him up. Let's match him up with Dustin and see if he's really about that. But he just wasn't ready at that point for a guy of Dustin's caliber. Now he's showing. I really think he's the next guy at 155.
Yeah, the lightweight division.
Yeah,
I mean, I would agree with that.
yeah.
So the main event, featherweight title match, Volkanovski, love him, 28
Problem.
4-0,
Miss.
and Mr. Diego Lopez,
Yeah.
27-8.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Volkanovski won, and your friend thought it was pretty convincing.
Oh yeah, it was super convincing. And listen, you don't need
okay, it was.
you don't need to. What's the Bob? I'm trying to remember the Bob Dylan quote. You don't need to know which way the wind's blowing to like what. So you don't need to you don't need to something to know which way the wind was blowing. No, I just said Dan Hooker is like Mr. Australian MMA. Well, Alexander Volkanovski is the crocodile hunter of MMA.
He's the
That's true.
crocodile hunter. Oh,
He's like, well, that's what he reminds me of. He
I
reminds me
like
of
that.
Steve. He reminds me of Steve Irwin. He's just like every Australian stereotype.
Steve
Like,
Irwin wasn't the crocodile hunter.
yeah, what was the crocodile hunter's
I'm
name?
thinking Crocodile Dundee. Never mind. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Steve Irwin was a crocodile hunter.
yeah. Like he's just like every Australian stereotypical mannerism come to life. He's a former Australian rules football player. That's just was like he's like so short too, like 5'6",
Yes.
215
Yeah.
pounds.
Yes.
He was like such a unit when he played Aussie rules football, and now like cutting down to featherweight and lightweight, and just a power like he might be the strongest featherweight I've ever seen. He is
He
so
really looked
strong
it.
for that weight class. And man, like just he's got great skills too. Top notch boxing, great takedown defense, great submission defense. Hit Islam Makhachev on his back for the entire round and didn't get submitted. I mean, they took Islam's back. I mean, he's just such an animal. And like I think, and we were talking about earlier before we went on air, the Jackass Fontaine talking about, oh, why they give Diego Lopes a title shot? Because he killed, because like he won so convincingly in his fight since he fought the Carson Hunter the first time.
Right.
Just
Right.
just there's no other guy. He's ranked number two. I don't I
I
it
get that.
escapes me. It escapes me who's ranked number one, but also like for a main event fight, he's got the look. It was a great like these guys looks apart. And like you gotta keep in mind, while it's a skill-based sport and it's a real sport, there's such a pro wrestling element to mixed
Oh, there
martial
is
arts.
huge now.
So
I
you
agree.
got so the fight fit the bill. You're headlining a show, fit the bill, and it was a worthy challenger. So, and you know what, Mr. Fontaine, everyone out there has got a problem. What I'm saying, I'm sorry, but it's called top 10 for a reason. It's called top five for a reason. There's only five guys. You gotta pick one, and Diego was the appropriate pick. Sorry, not sorry.
He also said he thought that it should have been scored 50-45 across the board. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I mean,
Yeah. I thought so too.
listen,
I mean, it
you
was
can
just
make it.
like,
You can make an. I will say you can make an argument for Diego winning one round. I believe it was the second round, but he was outclassed throughout the fight, and I would have had
oh,
no
Christy, god damn it.
what what.
Oh, Christy's just messing with me and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
He
okay.
because I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Go ahead.
No, like you could make an argument from him winning one round, but I would have had no problem with 50-45 across the board. Just like I sometimes both things can be true in this sport. I have no problem with it being 50-45 across the board. I would have had no problem with it being 49-46 across the board.
Right.
You can make an argument for Diego Lopes to win that round. Also, I have no problem with that round being scored for Volkanovski. Both
Right.
things can be true.
Right. All right. I'm going to play a quick video from our sponsor. Down south, we have Julius Williams and the Trench Mob. They're located in Decatur, Georgia. Julius and his team train offensive and defensive linemen. They compete in 5v5 tournaments and college showcase camps across the country. They are the best of the best when it comes to training and developing linemen. Julius has sent kids to schools like Florida, Florida State, Miami, Tennessee, Clemson, Georgia, and Alabama, just to name a few. If you want your kid to go Division I football, they got to work with the Trench Mob. They have a virtual program as well, and you can come to any tournament you want. To join the Trench Mob, go to their website, www.trenchmobfootball.com. Ned Von Young owns Fresh Fold Laundry Company in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. It's a high-end laundry service. You book online, you put your laundry out in a clear plastic bag. They pick it up, wash, dry, fold it for you in lightning speed records, and it can be done in 48 hours. They are now offering a drop off service as well, so you can have your laundry done without leaving the comfort of your own home. They have an online subscription model as well, weekly or bi weekly. So everything's done there. You book online, they pick it up, wash, dry, fold it for you, and then you can subscribe weekly or bi-weekly to their service and have it done there. They also have deals for college students. There's many colleges in the Chapel Hill area. You can get a deal, the same thing, and have your laundry all done for you without leaving the comfort of your dorm room. All you have to do is go to their website, myfreshfold-laundry.com. Are back, and we are going to take a quick look at UFC
Actually,
Fight Night.
I have one thing to say to Kale. Hey Kale, how is Diego Lopez the appropriate pick when Mosvar and Lerone exist? Why don't you go online and look at Mosvar and Lerone's Instagram accounts and see how many followers they have? Then go look at Diego Lopez's Instagram account, see how many followers he has. Point being, outside the hardcores like myself, no one knows who Mosfar is. No one knows who Lerone is. Know who they do know is? Who it is? Diego Lopez. No has a
That's
giant
true.
cult. No has a giant cult following. Diego Lopez. You know who won his fight after losing in convincing fashion? Diego
Diego
Lopez.
Lopez.
And
I know
how
you're
many
sticking up for him. I know. I know.
sticking up for him? I'm just pointing out
You're
I'm
you're giving
right.
facts. You're right. You're
And
right.
all these normies, all these normies think they know what they're talking about. So let
Yep.
the
All the mouth
professional,
breathers.
let the mouth, just keep being mouth breathers. Let the professionals who have been hardcores in the sport for over a decade talk about the
Yeah,
things that
absolutely.
need to be addressed, and you can keep commenting on my show that
Very
you're watching.
interesting. There was no women's fight on that entire card. That's interesting. So on this fight night card, there were, I mean, your guy was talking about that there's not a lot of recognizable names.
That's actually fair. I will actually
Okay.
say, I like listen, like
Do you know any of these guys? I mean, they all have good records. I just never
I'm
really
from,
heard of any
I'm,
of them.
I'm feeling with a lot of them.
There's a
We'll start with the main event of the prelim. Alex
Wang
Moron,
Kong. Wow, that's a great
Alex
name.
Morano, Alex Morano is one
Yes,
of my. I don't know how he's still in the UFC. Literally one of my favorite moments ever. One of my one of my favorite moments ever was it was before one of the first. He was the first or second Madison Square Garden show. I believe it was the first one where Conor knocks out Eddie Alvarez, and Morano decided to just talk an insane amount of shit to Donald Cowboy Cerrone, and Cowboy's like, "Guess what, little man? You want to say this? Say that stuff. I'm literally in the room right down the hall, right next to you. You want to keep saying this? I'm right outside your door, motherfucker." He's like, I've done this forever. You want to talk? You want to talk like that? I'll see you tomorrow. Then Donald Cerrone absolutely beat the ever living shit out
at the hotel.
of Morano. I believe I don't even know why he's still in the UFC. I mean, he's a
Oh,
promising athlete, or he used to be, but now man, he's just accumulating CTE at this point. So, I mean, he's my
oh. So
favorite. He's my
Tyler, you have a question.
sure.
Um, how was Diego Lopez the appropriate pick for a rematch that never should have happened, especially when Masvar and Larone exist?
Listen. I literally just addressed that when I said, "Hey, shut up for a second." Then I addressed it. I said, "I'll say it again. Go look at Mossfar's Instagram following. Go look at
Oh, that's right.
LaRoe's
You did
Instagram
say that.
following.
Yes,
Then
you're
look at
right.
Diego Lopez and look at the cult following that Diego Lopez has, and the fact that he convincingly beat a top guy to earn another title shot. So again, let professionals handle it, sir.
And somebody else asked, why is Moicano ducking us?
Because Money Morcano thinks he's money. Well, the king is money. So, Money Morcano, listen, I love you, but you're a lightweight. I will literally pick you up, break you in half, cook you, and eat you. So, stop.
Oh, that's why. Okay. That makes sense then. So, and you're right about Alex. He's lost 4 of his last 5 fights. He hasn't won a fight since April 6th,
Just accumulating,
2024.
just accumulating that CTE, son.
How has he not been dropped? I mean, with the
I
way TK
most likely he will now, but you know he's got the
with the
look.
way
He's
TKO cuts salaries, it's just
Well, like, think about it is he's got the look and he's got like the pedigree for it. He just sucks.
he just sucks. Okay. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. All right. Let me get my last sponsor in here. Finally, we have James Whitfield of Luther James Insurance. For the last 3 years, James has dedicated himself to the art of financial services. He specializes in life insurance and insurance policies. He will save you money, make you a boatload of money, and do so tax free. He also specializes in retirement planning because we know the stress that goes into thinking about retirement. How much am I going to need? For how long? Do we have enough? Because fear of the unknown is real. To contact James, go to www.lutherjamesinsurance.com. All right. So, looking at the main card,
Mhm.
is there anything that stands out to you? I've never heard of any of these guys.
Yes, you have. We've talked about some of these guys. We've talked about several of these guys. Two fights that really stick out to you as a feature fight: John Almeida versus Rizvan Kuniev. So
Okay. Yep. Are you right?
John Almeida, absolute savage, terrifying, huge mountain of man. He's like 6'9". And you're
Wow.
looking at yeah, you're looking at Kuniev. Kuniev was on a tear until he ran into Henan Ferreira. And that was actually in the PFL, and it was a no contest. It was overturned. I believe it was overturned because he tested positive for the juicy juice. And then his next fight was a year later. No, uh, about 15 months later, and he
Right.
fought Contender Series and had a really impressive win on Contender Series. Then, for some reason, they gave him Curtis Blades in his first UFC fight.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
good. Yeah.
no, it's not. And then uh Curtis only won a split decision, which is wild. But you know,
Yeah.
Jalton is, I mean, he's one. I think he like along with what's his name, um, the other guy, the guy just won on the on UFC 325. Um, I think he's one of the next those next top 10, top five guys.
Oh,
He is
yes.
super.
Other heavyweight.
He
Taliston.
is. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
super impressive in my mind. Um, I think he'll. I think he's gonna run through this Russian dude. And then look at the co-main event. You look at Koyoji Horiguchi, who just fought for the flyweight belt. So there's some star power there.
That's
And
true.
I mean, you see a lot of these little fight nights. I call them ranking fights. You have these two guys who are, top five, top 10 guys, and you can't really do much with them. I mean, you can either put them as a feature fight
Yeah.
on one of the pay-per-views, or you get a headliner fight night. It's what I call a justifiable headliner. Not exactly anything that's gonna get your gonna light your ass on fire, but it's justifiable. You can justify this fight
Yeah,
because
it
the main
gives them
event
work. Yeah, absolutely.
doesn't work, and you don't have to pay them giant main event money.
Right, exactly.
hmm But man, I think Jalton's gonna run through Rizvan. I think Koyochi's gonna beat Amir Albazi up. And if I put a gun to my head, I mean it's a kind of a toss-up fight. I'm gonna go Vinicius because I've just been impressed with his past performances.
So I wanted to ask because I saw the fight below. Jean Matsumoto, 17-1 against Farid Basharat, 14-0. I mean, that's got to be a matchup. Look at their records in the bantamweight division. Have you heard of either of these guys?
Well, Saeed is look at his last name. Look at his
Sa-
last name.
there's no Saeed.
Yeah, you are.
Farad Basharat and
Oh shit.
Jean
Oh,
Matsumoto. Yeah.
no, no, no. I'm not seeing. I'm actually not seeing that fight
Oh,
here
it's
on
down the
Wikipedia.
card. It's down the card. It's down the card.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not even seeing that fight, brother.
Yeah,
I just have.
it's down the
I
card.
okay.
It's
I actually do not know either of these guys.
bantamweight Jean Matsumoto, 17-1,
Is he Japanese?
Brazil.
Oh, makes sense. Okay.
Do you see Michael Okoljig, whatever, against Mark Andre Barafat?
Yes, I do.
It's the fight under that.
I was actually. It is. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
John. Okay, I'm gonna go by my usual.
The one guy's
So
undefeated.
yeah. Oh, I was looking at this one. This is all Bassarat. Jeez, he's since Contender Series. Yeah, he's just ran through Damon Blackshear, who's legit. Uh, beat up big. Well, decision against Victor Hugo, and then another decision again. These are top guys. I would 100% for that fight. I'm going with
Farid.
Fareed. Yeah.
Farid. Okay. All right. I was just curious. Overall, though, I mean, do you think it's I mean, for fight night,
Yeah,
would
like
you give
it's
it
just
like a B rating for a card?
yeah, BB. The reason you can do that, give it that B rating, is because you have Jalton in the feature fight spot. Then you have Koyoji, whose last fight was a title fight in the feature fight spot. Like, how can you not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Koyoji is a huge star in Japan, so this is going to be huge for their for the foreign viewership.
So, any news with Crown Sports Entertainment? How did Ozzy the Toro Martin do?
I mean, he didn't have a fight yet at a press conference, and per
Oh,
usual, he came off looking like $1 million. The fight's not till February 21st.
oh,
I'll
it's a
also
20.
have, I'm also hopefully gonna have two amateurs on the fight. Wyatt Nopke, who is former BC offensive lineman, but his original opponent dropped out, so his fight looks like right now his fight's gonna get pushed to March. And my friend Jay Kazi, he's actually fighting a kickboxing fight, a Muay Thai fight early in the card, and then I'm gonna just chill,
Yeah.
get in my suit. I'm gonna throw my suit on and go sit in the front row
Yeah,
and
get some
be
ladies.
right. I'm not worried about ladies that night.
Just get that dick wet.
I'm I'm worried about Ozzy Toro Martin. All
Oh,
I
he'll be
care about,
fine. Ozzy's the man.
I know he'll be fine, but like I said, I got when my
Yeah,
guys fight, it's all about them. Don't
you got
worry
their
about
back.
nothing else. Worry about my guys. Listen. I just gotta get through most likely one fight with Kazi, and then I'll just do my thing. Worry about I mean, there's a couple guys that are gonna be there. One in particular who I would like to just pick up by the neck, rip their throat out, and leave their carcass lifeless in an alley. But
That person's gonna
unfortunately,
be there.
a certain person will be there, but
Wow.
he don't want none of that, so it ain't gonna
Wow.
happen.
He's gonna be there. That's funny.
Well, no, not
Not
the
no, I know
not.
not him. I know who you're talking about though.
Oh, you do? Yeah,
Yes.
he's. I mean,
I've seen, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
okay, well, hey,
I can't believe he's gonna be there. That's crazy.
well, he has a fight actually.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, he
I hope
just.
you
I
have a
mean,
stare down with him.
I mean, he's just getting brought in to lose. So I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
He'll add another loss to that lopsided record, and he'll his I think his winning percentage is like 286, so it'll go down to like 227. So hey,
Did you happen to watch any of the Royal Rumble? I was just curious.
I flipped over to it like once, twice, but not really. What?
Do you know who won?
Yeah, Roman won, right?
Yes. Were your thoughts on that?
I find Roman Reigns so unlikable. Like
Yeah, me too.
he's just such
Yeah.
a tryhard. He's such a tryhard.
He is. He is.
I'm the tribal chief,
He is the
brother.
tribal chief. Yes. Yes, he is. Yeah.
I
What did
would
you
I would make Roman Reigns eat his own feces.
you would?
He could stop
You're
me. He
gonna
could
make
not stop me.
Roman Reigns is gonna eat feces. Okay.
I would.
Uh
I could make him eat his own
oh,
feces.
you're saying you
He's
could make him do it. So you're saying you could
yeah.
take
Like,
Roman Reigns. Okay.
I I would beat the ever living shit out of Roman
Out of Roman
Reigns.
Reigns. Okay.
Yes.
What did you think of AJ Styles retiring?
I think he's kind of a baby.
Did you know
Straight
that?
up. I I think I heard about it after.
Yeah.
And
It
dude,
was
AJ Styles is
ridiculous.
the biggest. Like he's such a baby.
He's not a
Oh,
baby.
yes, he is a baby. He doesn't like where he gets booked. Oh, this is a bad booking.
He never
What?
says that. He never complains about his booking.
He complains about everything. He's a
Where have you read
baby.
that? I
I've,
haven't read that.
I've read it in plenty of places. AJ Styles, one, you suck. You're lucky. In my opinion,
You suck.
you dude, he was lucky he got to be Cody Rhodes' first opponent in WWE. He is lucky. He's lucky that they deemed him worthy of being part of a storyline and part of the star exploding for Cody Rhodes. Okay, he is unworthy. He's unlikable. Like he sucks. Like I'm so
One of
like
the nicest
the
guys in
fact
the world. He sucks and is
he sucks,
unlikable.
dude.
He got to fight John Cena. He was on John Cena's list for who he wanted to fight.
Got to
No,
fight John. Listen, dude.
I
The
can't believe you
the
hate
John.
AJ Styles.
I don't hate. Listen, I went actually to the Monday Night Raw where
Yeah,
John Cena won the Intercontinental title.
Intercontinental title. Yeah,
His last fight in Boston. Personally, I thought the John Cena retirement tour was the biggest waste of time. I've never been a Cena fan. I've never been a Cena fan. And listen, and, let me take a step back. I'll take it back. I haven't been.
he's from your town. What do you mean you're not a Cena
Not,
fan?
he's not from my town. He's from my
He's from
state.
Boston.
One.
He's from
He's from West. He's from West
West
Newbury,
Newbury.
West Newbury, bumfuck, Massachusetts.
Where is that? But that's not.
What?
But
It's in Western Mass. There be
oh
dragons out there. Western
oh
Mass.
okay. It's
Western
not in
Mass.
Boston.
Western Mass is basically like
Yeah, I know.
freaking.
It's desolate.
It's basically Vermont. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay. I thought it was by Boston, so it's not by
no,
Boston at all.
Stop my bot, dude.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
So
I didn't know. You said you thought
like,
it was
like
discriminatory
here's cut
shit.
me off. Listen, so I think the retirement tour is kind. Listen, I respect everything John Cena did in WWE. He really is an all time great. I can't take that away from him. But I just never liked him as a like. I never thought he was on the same level as like a Triple H or The Rock or an Austin or a Hogan. I never
Well,
like.
not Hogan,
I
of
think
course, but yeah.
I think anyone that puts John Cena on a one on the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers is kind of retarded. Like,
Well, I
listen.
mean,
I'm talking a lot of shit right now, and like he's a positive freaking guy. He just did the Rogan, and I thought his interview with Rogan was super entertaining, and like we kind of pulled back. He never pulled back the curtain that much. When he pulled back the curtain, I found him more likable.
what
No,
what did he say? I didn't see the interview.
he just talked about his upbringing, talked
Oh,
about how he his philosophy in life, how he, you know, talks about when he makes mistake, how he deals with it, things like that. I found him super likable. I found him super informative. You want to know why? Like my biggest thing, as far as not liking John Cena, this is gonna, people are gonna judge me, but it's fine. Do you remember on the E Network, Told Divas?
well, when he made them dress up to have dinner and shit.
No, it was a reality show that
Yeah,
followed the
I
Bella
watched
twins
Total
around.
Divas. Yeah, and he dated Nick. He dated Nikki Bella.
Dude, John Cena came off as the most stuck up, pompous
Yes, he did.
weirdo ever.
He did.
Weirdo. Weird,
100%.
like, right?
You had
So,
to
like,
dress up for dinner. He made everyone in formal wear for dinner. I loved it. It was hilarious. He said, we're
I
having dinner
just,
soon. Please get in your attire. You know,
I
everyone had
just,
to be in
I
formal
just,
attire.
I just found him super unlikable and weird. And, like, probably that's part where somebody
I
came
think
from.
he was playing a character. I don't know if that was really
I
him, but
mean, okay, that's also fair as far as reality TV shows go.
you're right.
But
He was a weirdo on that
but
show.
I mean, we first hit the like he found his in my opinion, he found his niche as far as the main event scene goes, and he just went with it as far as
Yeah,
the
when he was a
professor
rapper.
the professor of thugonomics and
Yes,
like, forever. But you know, the talent like he was just as far as like being an all-time great, he is an all-time great, in my opinion, in one lane. You know what that lane is? Merchandise sales. 'Cause that
he did.
bro
You're right.
could sell.
You're right.
He'd always have a different t-shirt, always have a different little towel,
Yep.
and but
Even when he
tell me,
wasn't active, he would lead the WWE
of
in
course,
merchandise sales.
but he never expanded or took any chances with his character until the end of his career when he made the
But
heel turn.
do you understand why? I
No,
mean, he had wanted to expand and become a heel earlier,
man.
but
I
Vince would
mean,
not allow it because of his merchandise sales, like you said, because
okay.
he was such a
I mean that's the definition of playing it safe. He could have insisted. Like
yeah,
a lot
he
a
probably
lo-
could have.
hey, a lot of times you hear about all the old stories, whether it's like from documentaries, 30 for 30, like whatever you're
Oh,
watching. And you hear about people that just stuck to their guns. One of the ones I really
yep.
loved, I forget if I think I might watch it because like I forget what I watch YouTube sometimes because now they have the YouTube app on smart TVs. I'll just sit there and watch a documentary or an interview. It was an interview that Mark Henry was doing. He talked about how he just hounded Vince to do the sexual chocolate gimmick, and eventually Vince relented.
He
Vince
did.
loved it, and then
Yeah.
it took off, and that really made Mark Henry's career. The
Well,
sexual chocolate, the
yeah, I think
sex,
the
the sex,
Hall of
like
Pain did too.
oh dude, the House of Pain angle was great when he was with the Nation.
The
He was
Hall of
great.
Pain. Yeah,
The
yeah,
Hall was the house is the Hall of Pain. Okay, I thought
yeah.
it was the House of Pain, but Hall of Pain. I
No,
thought
you're
he was.
probably
I
right. I think
thought.
it was the House of Pain. You're right.
I thought he was great. in
The
the nation.
sexual chocolate and the
And then
nation.
no, and then how they did the Mae Young tie-in, like he had to really push Vince to do that, and Vince eventually relented and really added like another dimension to his career. I thought it was absolutely great. So, like
You
you
think
see,
John Cena played it safe, is what you're
yeah,
saying.
oh yeah, yeah, exactly. I do.
And
And
you
hey, lots of people play safe, have, and you can never take away what a tremendously successful career
he broke
that
the
John
record,
Cena
yeah.
had. But at the same time, it just didn't do it for me. And hey, God bless you. You represent Massachusetts well. You're a very positive role model with a great outlook on life.
Make a Wish
But
Foundation did a ton of those.
dude, you cannot talk like that's the thing. You notice I'm not talking shit
No,
about
you're just critiquing
everything.
his character. I get
Yeah,
that.
like it just he just never did it for me the way Triple H or The
Triple
Rock or
H.
Austin or
I thought
Macho
Triple H was
Man.
born as fucking shit. You like Triple H?
I love Triple H. Triple H, dude, like people forget Triple H was the biggest heel during the biggest era.
Yeah, because he was dating the boss's daughter. They made him beat everyone.
He beat everyone. Oh,
He beat the crap out of everyone.
you're telling me Triple H coming up with a sledgehammer to beat the bag out of the Rock wasn't
From
entertaining?
from
Like
no, it was. I'm
Triple,
just saying
I'm
from
sorry,
like
Triple H,
2000 to
Triple H.
2003, he was
I thought
fucking a force.
Generation X, he was a horse. He was a horse. He was a
Yeah, he
workhorse,
was.
and
Yes,
he was great. And
very true.
they did great. And like Mark Henry talked about how he hated it, but when DX dressed up as a nation,
Oh, that was
it
the
was
best. Sean Waltman was the
it
best.
was so politically incorrect, but man, it was entertaining. And
Yeah, it
then he
was.
went from then when when DX faded out, he just became this giant heel. The
Well,
the
yeah, he got on the
game.
juice and he came back a freaking monster.
He was a great heel. I thought he was the best heel of the Attitude Era.
Um, yes, I mean well the Rock was, but yeah, he was a great heel. But
Well, the
I
Rock made a face turn. The Rock made a face turn.
I don't. If you're talking matches, I would give Triple H maybe
Are you kidding me?
three
He
good
had great,
matches.
he had great matches. His match with Austin, his matches with Rock, those are great matches.
His match
He
with
had great,
Austin was okay. He had
he
a
had
good
great
ladder
match.
match with Rock.
He had good match
He
with
had two good
Kurt.
matches with The Undertaker, which I'll give him.
Ooh, I forgot about those matches
Those
with
were
Kurt.
excellent.
The matches with Kurt were great.
I hated that he beat Sting. That pissed me off. They should have let Sting win, but
I actually will give you that. I will
but
give you that.
they said that they didn't because the plan was for him to wrestle Rock the next year, so I had to keep him strong, and then the Rock pulled out. But as far as Cena goes, Cena in the ring, I thought
Oh,
was
wait. I thought his ignorant. I will give you that. I thought his in ring work was excellent,
I don't
and
think it was excellent.
I think it was pretty damn good.
I
I give that I give it an A minus to B plus grade all day long.
when he had some good dance partners, yes. My
Yeah,
favorite Cena matches were CM Punk. 2011 Money in the Bank, CM Punk may be the
I
best match
forgot.
ever. That was one of
I
my
thought
favorites.
I thought CM Punk was better in his era.
I agree. I agree. CM Punk was the much better wrestler, but
I thought
Cena tried to pull it out and wrestle with him.
yeah, but
Um,
here's the thing: CM Punk was both a better wrestler and he
yes,
was better on the mic. He was
much
much
better.
better on the mic.
Much
Yeah,
better. I agree with that. I agree with that one wholeheartedly. But the only thing the Cena retirement tour, I will agree with you. The
yep,
heel turn was a disaster because The Rock just checked out. Had The Rock stayed involved, I think it would have been much better. They
yeah,
turned him back, I thought, too soon. They made this massive decision to turn him heel,
yeah.
and he's back to being a face. I didn't like that. And then I
Yeah,
didn't like, I know he wanted to feud with and fight his best opponents and friends. I didn't like that they brought Brock back just to kick the shit out of him again.
dude, Brock
Brock just
is.
destroyed him, and he looked enormous.
Well, listen, I don't know if anyone's looking for their steroids because Brock Lesnar took them, but
Brock is just a beast, man.
dude,
I still think he could go fight on the White House card and win.
I mean, what is he, 42 now?
No, he's like 48. He's old. Yeah.
Yeah,
He look
exactly.
at him though. Look,
Oh,
look at
dude,
him.
like country, like I'm a huge fan of Country Viking Rock. Excuse me,
Oh,
Country
when he wears the
Viking,
cowboy hat and the fucking
Country,
beard. Yeah,
dude, Country Viking Brock Lesnar.
yeah, it's called
And,
I don't give a
and
shit, Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
well, no. I actually saw it. I forget. I think it was like 2 years ago. I went. I saw Brock at a SmackDown at the Boston Garden, and it was just like I was actually. I think I was like 7 or 8 rows back in the aisle, and he came out, went right past. I was just like, "That's the closest I've ever been to Brock Lesnar." And remember what I told you about when Overeem fought
Yes. Yes.
when Overeem who fought Derek Lewis at Mohegan no, excuse me, at Foxwoods. It was like kind of similar to that. I was as close to Brock as I was to Derek Lewis and Overeem, but it was like kind of the same thing. I was like, but the thing is, like I've always said, there's those three guys. I will fight anyone except Brock Lesnar, also Overeem, and Derek Lewis.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, and Frank Mir. There's four guys that wouldn't fight. Brock Lesnar, Derek Lewis, also Overeem, Frank Mir.
I just hate that they're wasting Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania match. He's allegedly going to be fighting the big black dude, Obi Femi, or whatever the fuck his
Oh
name
yeah,
is.
I've heard that too.
Like,
I
come
mean,
on. Why
no,
do that
oh,
to him?
I totally agree with you on that, but it really
Uh,
seems to me it really seems to me in the McMahon Helmsley regime or the what's
McMahon protected him.
what's really excuse me, the McMahon Levesque regime being Stephanie and Triple H. I really feel like they're trying one thing they're doing pretty consistently, it doesn't seem to be working out all that often, is using the established stars to put the
The
guys they
younger
want to
guys over.
put the young
Yeah.
guys over. It
Yeah.
seems like the younger guys aren't getting the rub from the
They're
established
not.
stars.
They're
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
They're not. They're
Exactly.
not.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
not. They're not.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that. But I mean, for fucking, I was just so angry with Gunther, and I think he's a phenomenal performer. But he retires freaking Goldberg. He retires Cena, and now he's retiring AJ Styles. It's like, why? Why do we
I'm
need to
like,
do?
Gun-
He didn't
Gun-
need this.
Gunther's good, but like I just don't find him especially compelling. You know who I think would have been a better choice for all three of those matches? Sheamus.
Sheamus.
Yeah, I like Sheamus a lot.
Oh Christ, Sheamus sucks.
Also, I'm not nearly as like the way I'm so like you're into wrestling still the way I'm into the UFC. I'm
No,
I'm so
I'm not
aware.
into wrestling. I'm not. I Sheamus. Come on, Sheamus.
Oh,
Fucking
I think
useless.
Sheamus, dude. He was at the he wrestled at the the Raw, Cena's last Raw. He had a
Yeah,
match. And I forget who he wrestled, but I think he got the second biggest pop of the night behind John Cena.
really.
Yeah, he got pop.
Wow.
He got pop. He
I
got
mean, he's
pop.
been there forever. Yeah.
Well, he got a great pop, and like just the audience participation factor was huge in that from Sheamus.
Did you watch any of the Netflix WWE Unreal?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
All right, you got to watch that. It's they do the behind the scenes about the production and how they do the matches and everything.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's good. It's
Good
really good.
stuff.
Yeah,
All right.
it's really good. But good show. Good job.
Thank you.
You knocked it out of the park, and
Appreciate it.
we'll.
Hey, listen, all the commentators, thank you for participating. I know I'm talking a
Yes,
little junk, but like, hey, I just want to say I really appreciate you guys. And like, but the other thing I do want to say is to Mr. Fontaine, I meant every single word I said.
I'm glad, and we'll be sure to let him know. And we'll talk next week, and we'll go over the
By the
fight.
way, how great is this shirt?
I love it. I love the Toro. I love the Toro.
Dude,
I'm gonna get
hey
one.
guys, we're about 3 weeks out now.
Yeah.
Well, no, what's the day?
No,
Today's the
it's
third. Today's the
yeah.
third. We
You
are
said it's the
nine,
21st.
19
Yeah.
days out, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
19 days out to Cage Titans at the MGM Fenway to watch Ozzy Toro Martin kill his next
It's at
victim.
Fenway.
It's at the MGM Fenway.
Oh,
There's
okay.
a
Okay.
Yeah. So
All
yeah,
right.
they have a arena, or it's basically a small arena. Um, in the basically where Fenway Park is, that's called it's called the Fenway area of Boston, and
Okay.
they have there's an MGM arena there, so that's where the fight's gonna be.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll go over fight night next week,
Yep.
and you take care, and just
Thank you.
remember, well, Tyler King, all he does is teach class, or he trains, he teaches class, he beats ass, and then he pounds it vigorously into the ground.
And then he goes and lifts some weights and keeps this
Yes.
old ass
Yes.
body, dude.
Oh, it's so
I'm
tight.
sorry.
Oh, it's so tight.
Exactly.
So tight. I just can't take. I can't take it.
I'm sorry, Steve.
I'm just
Sorry.
starting. Just starting to get a little chubby. I can't help it.
It's
So
understandable.
yeah. So just remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take two oranges, throw them right back at life.